Hello, everybody, and welcome again to the Weirdly Cosmic podcast. And today I'm going to talk to you about some rocket fuel that we have coming up. We have Jupiter moving back into Aries. And before I look at the charts and give you dates and things like that, I would ask you to subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Love to hear from you. I really thank you all for supporting my YouTube channel. It's becoming more of a focus for me. If you may have noticed that under the community section, I actually put posts as well now, and I'm going to be doing a lot of premieres. It's my real aim in 2023 to grow my YouTube channel even more. But the one last thing as well, Jupiter is moving back into Aries on December the 20th. And the next day we have the solstice, and I am doing a solstice celebration and 2023 look ahead. And that's a free call. You can find the link below in the show notes. Please come and join me. It's going to be recorded, so you can sign up for the call. And even if you miss it live, you can get the recording. All right, so let's share the chart a little bit and talk why I think this is particularly rocket fuel season. So Jupiter is moving into Aries on December the 20th at 9:32 a.m. Washington, D.C. time. So that's Eastern time. So that will be 6:32 a.m. Pacific and 2:32 p.m. UK time. Anywhere else, use something like TimeBuddy or timeanddate.com to get your times. So this is the Jupiter ingress point. Now, Jupiter was in Aries in 2022 from May the 10th to October the 28th. But I have to say that that period was during the summer of retrogrades. We had almost everything retrograde. So if you want me to quickly look back, we can see that Jupiter was about to move into Aries then. We had Neptune retrograde, Pluto and Saturn were going to go retrograde. Uranus had already gone retrograde. Mars was not retrograde. Mars is retrograde for some of this. Anyway, it was a Jupiter in Aries is usually very, very a go-getter, and it couldn't be quite as go-getting because of all of that. This time, when Jupiter moves into Aries, we have Mercury's out of bounds till the solstice, so one more day, but eccentric, acting out of character. Venus is out of bounds till December the 24th. So we've got this kind of wild card energy when Jupiter moves into Aries. We've also got Mars still retrograde. So there's Jupiter, there's Mars still retrograde, doesn't turn direct till January the 12th. But Mars is way out of bounds on this ingress into Aries. And Mars, of course, is the ruler of Aries that Jupiter's in. So on the ingress day, Mars is 24 degrees, 49 minutes north. And that is well off the ecliptic, because the official out of bounds moment is 23 degrees, 26 minutes and 15 seconds. So Mars well out of bounds. We've also got Pallas Athena retrograde. She is massively out of bounds. She's 32 degrees south, so she's like way off the ecliptic. And Black Moon Lilith is also out of bounds at 26 degrees north, and Hygeia is at 24 degrees south. That's a lot of out of bounds energy as Jupiter regresses. So not only are we getting this whoosh of Aries fire energy, we've also got all of those out of bounds planets. Now, Jupiter is going to be in Aries only until May the 16th, 2023, because he's already been in. It's usually about a year in each sign, but it kind of fluctuates dependent on retrogrades. And on in the period January 22nd till April the 21st, we have all the major planets moving direct. So that in itself is a go, go, go time. And that takes us right up to the spring equinox, which through the spring equinox, sorry, not to it, through the spring equinox, through Aries season with Jupiter in Aries, before Jupiter finally moves out into Taurus. Now, looking back at some other dates, the last time Jupiter was in Aries, Jupiter has a 12-year orbit. Okay, so we usually have periods of expansion and growth about every 12 years. And of course, it's a different flavor in every sign. And you need, you know, in your own personal chart, you can look at your own, where your own Jupiter is. If you have Jupiter in Aries, this is your time for your Jupiter return. But the last time that Jupiter was in Aries was from 2010 to 2011. Okay, I'm not going to give you the exact dates. Just think back around that time, what was going on in your life. And then before that, it was 1999 that Jupiter was in Aries. And before that, 87 into 88, March 87 to March 88. So you can look back to those periods, get an idea of what was happening, what was expanding in your life, and then think of where were you self-focused? Where were you feeling very self-sufficient? Where were you displaying confident assertiveness and boundless optimism and even courageous leadership? And we're going to go through all the signs and look at the areas of the chart. But I kind of feel like this, along with the energy of the solstice, which I will look at on the solstice call, I will look at the solstice ingress chart, which is the day, which is the moment the sun moves into Capricorn. I will be looking at that on the call on December the 21st, so come and sign up for that. But so we've got the solstice, which is like Capricorn driven, Jupiter into Aries, push, push, push. These are cardinal signs. These are initiating signs. If you've got something that you feel you've been, that's kind of felt a little bit held back in 2022, it's time to kind of like go all guns on it. Harness this out of bounds energy, which means that you think outside the box, do things slightly differently out of the norm, be a little bit eccentric, harness the energy of the planets, almost all the planets being direct. Ceres is actually retrograde, and I count her as a planet. But between January the 22nd and April the 21st, that 3-month period, what can you do? How can you really launch and push and go, it's my time? Aries is very much me, me, me. After January the 12th, it will really start to kick in because Mars is the ruler of Aries, the sign that Jupiter's in, and Mars turns retrograde on January the 12th. By the time Uranus turns direct on January the 22nd, Mars will have really built up speed. So anyway, this is time to push. This is time to show that boundless optimism, say, yes, I can, because that's very Jupiter in Aries. So we are going to look, where is my Jupiter gone? There it is. You'll see that this will move off 0, 0 as I move it around and look at the all signs. Okay, and we're going to begin with Aries because it's your time, Aries. Okay, Jupiter is in your sign. And so this is in your first house. This is all about you. This is about the face that you're putting on the world. This is really about, you know, what you want to show people. You kind of want to go, here I am. I'm here, I'm ready. I'm going to kind of take this leap. I'm going to be more Aries than Aries can be. I'm going to be a pioneer and really lead forward. So just make the most of it, Aries. This is not the longest time, this period, and it's more exciting than the earlier period. So remember, December the 20th to May the 16th. Make the most of it. All right, so enjoy. Oh, hang on, that was Taurus. Yep, Taurus, it's in your 12th house. So for you, this is about the unconscious and all forms of altered states like dreams, trance, meditative, creative, intuitive states. It's about connection to transpersonal knowledge and understanding. It can also be secluded places, prisons, monasteries, hospitals. And in Aries, even though Aries is very driven, I think you may be very driven to spend a lot of time alone. Aries is kind of solitary. As I said, it's all about me. And so you may be going, hey, I really need some time to open my channel to these mysteries, to meditative states, to the messages that are coming in from the collective. So you might want to plan to maybe go on a silent retreat or something so that you can listen to the big incoming messages. So, all right, Gemini. Gemini, for you, this is in your 11th house, which is community, groups, organizations, it's causes, it's social consciousness and politics. It's also the future and hopes and wishes, and it's the bigger message if you're in the entrepreneurial world. This is like time to take the lead in a group, time to lead groups, time to expand your bigger message, and that be, if you are an entrepreneur, for example, and you know it's time to shout about your unique whatever message it is and to really put yourself out there. So think about that and lead groups, stand in front of groups and go, yes, let's do this. Oh, you can tell I love Jupiter. Jupiter's my ruling planet. So that was Gemini. Cancer. Cancer, for you, this is your 10th house. This is your public self, your visibility, your reputation, how you are seen in the world. It's the nature of your career, and could be one of the parents, but I think this really is going to be about visibility. And Cancer, you know, you're kind of usually a little bit retiring, and a little bit like shy and like to stay in your shell. But and remember, we're doing Cancer rising here. And so Jupiter going through your 10th house is kind of saying, just become a bit more visible. Time to lead on your mission in life and step out a little bit. Okay. Leo, another fire sign, Aries. This is in your 9th house. You could be traveling to foreign lands. You could be exploring all kinds of sources of expansion and inspiration and higher learning, both formal or informal. But Jupiter loves that house. And it's kind of, you know, it's time to perhaps lead a group of people on a tour around the world or something like that, either virtually or in person. But it's got that kind of energy of like, you know, you're dramatic anyway, Leo rising or Leo sun, and just step out and go, yes, I can feel boundlessly optimistic about traveling the world. I can go on a solo trip around the world or something like that. Okay. Virgo, for you, this is in the house of intimacy, the 8th house. So this is going to be about deeply bonded relationships of the emotional, psychological, or sexual kind. It's the realm of the deep psyche. It can be your sexual interests and expression, or other kind of taboo subjects, the occult, underlying reality. It can literally be shared financial resources as well. But there's really going to be some drive and expansion in all those areas. And quite a lot of passion, I'm going to say as well. So enjoy that, Virgos, because I know Virgo gets this reputation as being so humble and so detail and neat oriented, but actually Virgo's an earth sign, and it's got this earthy sensuality. So Virgo risings, Virgo sun, enjoy this big boost of passion in your life. It's going to be fun. All right. Libra. Libra, for you, this is in your 7th house of significant others. So this is about what you attract. It's the nature of your relationships, all your significant relationships. So that's business partners, good friends, including your partner. But it's also your patterns in your relationships with others, how you may compromise yourselves for others. And at this point, with Jupiter in Aries in that house, you're perhaps going to go, I'm not going to compromise myself anymore. Here I am. I'm feeling good. I'm confident. Let's do this in all your relationships. You're probably going to take the lead a little bit more than normal, because Libra's generally, likes to give and likes to smooth things over and not take the lead, likes to kind of bounce what other people are doing. A bit less of that for you, I think. All right, Scorpio. Why is it not moving? There it is. It's moved now. Scorpio, for you, this is in your 6th house of service. And this is about daily routines and work and mentoring and health and pets. Jupiter going through that house, you might take on a whole new enthusiastic health regimen. You may be driven to create some programs if you're in kind of coaching world and mentoring others, but in your day-to-day work you might be able to be prepared to kind of step out a bit more and take the lead. So it's good for, well, wherever Jupiter is, it's going to be expansive for everybody. So just think about what's going on in your world and what's expanding and where is your confidence being boosted. Good time to ask for a raise for you, Scorpio or Scorpio rising. So Sagittarius rising or Sagittarius sun, this is in the 5th house of self-expression, creativity, performing ability, love affairs, romance, inner child, children, expansion, in all that fun creative stuff. Creative confidence is really high. You're confident in love, in romance, and just enjoy it. Oh, goodness, I will, because I'm Sagittarius rising. Okay, so Capricorn. Capricorn, for you, this is in your home and your inner life. So it's going to heat up their passion internally, because it's the nature of your inner life too. Your Aries there all the time if you're Capricorn rising and or Capricorn sun. If you know your chart, look at the rising sign, please. But in your home, you'll just be kind of a bit more driven. You might be driven to kind of move to a bigger home even, possibly, or to add an extension, or just to create more space in your home. But it's confident, passionate, optimistic. Enjoy. Last two signs, sorry. Aquarius for you, this is in your 3rd house, and that is the 3rd house of communication, perception, the voice, what you think and talk about, your learning style. You may, expand your repertoire of learning, and expand your voice. You may be prolific writer with Jupiter in that house, or go and start a whole new course of study. All right. Lots of expansion. Lastly, and not least, Pisces. I try not to leave Pisces to the end all the time, but this is, you know, Jupiter in Aries, so it was fair to start with Aries, I think. But anyway, Jupiter, this is your second house of resources, self-confidence, what you value, your relationship to your body and the natural world, and your attitude towards possessions and stuff, things that you've got, and how you earn and make your money. Supreme confidence in this. This should be really good and expansive for material matters for you, Pisces, and so enjoy that. So anyway, I'm encouraging you all. Well, I like Jupiter in every sign because Jupiter is my ruling planet and I'm a Jupiterian. But, you know, this particular phase of Jupiter in Aries feels very expansive. I like Jupiter in Aries because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. It likes the fire, it likes the positivity of fire, it likes the expansion. So make the most of it. So again, the dates are December the 20th to May the 16th, and particularly the period from January the 22nd to April the 21st. Go, 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 expand, expand, grow, grow, grow. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment, and come and watch my solstice celebration. We're actually going to do a shamanic journey in it to celebrate the solstice, but you want to, I've got a whole slideshow for 2023 as well, and the slides will be available to download separately. So see you then.